My child, listen carefully. God says to you now, your soulmate is not who you think they are. The love you believed was pure, the devotion you thought was real, the promises you cherished, they were all shadows of truth. I have been watching over you, and I have seen the hidden motives, the lies, the schemes that they tried to hide from your eyes. You were not careless, my child, you were blind to what the heart cannot always sense. It is not your fault that you trusted. You gave your heart freely because I created you to love. You believed in sincerity because that is who I made you to be. And yet, some people come into your life not to honor your heart, but to take from it. They hide behind smiles, laughter, and words of affection, while their true purpose is greed. And my child, I have seen that this one, the one you called soulmate, was using you for money, for gain, for their selfish desire. Do not despair. Do not let bitterness take root. I reveal this truth not to make you angry, but to protect you. Sometimes, the greatest acts of love are not in giving, but in exposing what harms you before it destroys you. I am your shield, my child. I am your light in the darkness. I have uncovered their hidden heart so that you may see clearly. Think of all the moments you felt doubt, all the times your heart whispered warnings that your mind ignored. Those were my messages, my nudges, my attempts to awaken your awareness. You may have dismissed them, thinking love cannot be wrong. But love without truth is not love at all. And I am here to bring truth, even when it stings. Do not question your worth. They sought to exploit your generosity, your trust, your loyalty, not because you are weak, but because you are precious. Your heart radiates abundance, not just in wealth but in kindness and care. That light attracts those who are not yet ready to honor it. But I say to you now, their greed does not define your value. Their deceit does not diminish your soul. You may feel hurt, my child. You may feel betrayed. That is natural. But every tear you shed is seen by me, every sigh, every sleepless night. I am collecting your sorrow, turning it into wisdom, turning it into the strength that will protect you from any further harm. This exposure is not punishment for them, but liberation for you. You are being freed from chains you did not even know bound you. Look at how I am guiding you even now. I am not silent. I am speaking through this revelation, through the clarity I have granted you. You are beginning to see, finally, the reality behind the mask. I am opening your eyes to what your heart could not yet bear to face alone. You may ask, God, why did I have to experience this? Why did they have to deceive me? My child, every lesson is part of my plan. Every painful discovery, every heartbreak, every betrayal is shaping you into the person I intend for you to become. Without this knowledge, you might have continued to give your love to one unworthy of it. I reveal this now so you may walk forward with wisdom, discernment, and courage. This is the moment when your soul awakens. You are seeing the truth, and with truth comes power. You are no longer blind, no longer naive. You are beginning to step into a new chapter where love will not be deceitful, where devotion will not be used against you, and where your heart will be respected, cherished, and honored. Do not seek revenge. That is not your path. I will handle justice in ways you cannot imagine. Your role is to rise, to heal, to reclaim your peace and your abundance. They will face the consequences of their greed, and you will be free to receive the blessings I have always intended for you. So breathe, my child. Release the fear, the shame, the confusion. You are safe in my hands. I am revealing the truth now, not to hurt you, but to guide you into freedom. This is the beginning of your awakening, the first step toward reclaiming your power, your joy, and your sacred destiny. Remember, my child, I see all, I protect all, and I restore all. You were never alone, and now that the truth is revealed, your soul can begin to shine again. Trust in me, trust in your heart, and trust that everything I expose is for your ultimate good. Your awakening begins now. My child, God says to you now, the truth has been revealed, and now it is time to understand it fully. You have seen that your soulmate was not who you believed them to be, that behind the smiles, the promises, and the gestures of love, there was greed. But now, it is not enough to just know, your spirit must awaken to how you were deceived, so that you may never be misled again. Look back on the signs you may have ignored. The little inconsistencies in their words, the subtle manipulations that seemed innocent, the moments when they asked for more than they gave, these were not accidents. These were the whispers of truth, my child, trying to reach your heart even when you were not ready to hear. I speak to you now so that you may recognize them fully, not to dwell in pain, but to learn the language of your own intuition. Notice how they always seem to test your generosity. Small requests became patterns, kindness became a currency, and your love was measured against what you could provide. At first, it felt natural to give, to share, to support. But over time, you may have felt drained, taken for granted, or even invisible when you were offering everything you had. That was never a reflection of your worth. That was a reflection of their intent. You may also remember the subtle guilt they placed upon you. Perhaps they made you feel responsible for their happiness, for their problems, for their success. They made you carry burdens that were not yours to bear. And all the while, I was watching, protecting you, nudging your heart to see beyond the illusion. Do not blame yourself for the deception, my child. The heart that loves deeply will always seek trust first. That is your gift, not a flaw. But now, I am opening your eyes to the patterns of manipulation so you may awaken to your own power. You are learning to recognize not only who others truly are, but also who you are when you are aligned with my divine guidance. See how your energy shifted when you gave and gave, yet received little in return. Feel how your spirit tightened, how your joy was clouded, and how your peace became unstable. Those feelings were not mistakes, they were signals from me, telling you that something was not right. Every doubt, every discomfort, every uneasy thought was my voice speaking through your soul, trying to guide you to clarity. Now, understand this, deception is never only about others. It is about perception. It teaches you to discern, to see beyond surface appearances, to trust the whispers of your own heart. I am guiding you to awaken fully, my child, so that the next time love enters your life, you will recognize purity immediately. You will no longer be swayed by charm or superficial affection, for your soul now knows the difference between genuine love and false intention. Recognizing the deception also means forgiving yourself. You may have wondered why you allowed this, why you trusted, why you did not see sooner. But I say to you now, every choice you made was part of your path, and it brought you to this awakening. There is no shame in your heart, only wisdom waiting to grow. As you step into this recognition, you are reclaiming your power. You are no longer a victim of manipulation. You are no longer blind to the truth. Your spirit is rising, and your heart is beginning to pulse with the energy of clarity. Every thought, every feeling, every intuition now carries a sharper light of discernment. Even as you reflect on the pain, remember this. I am transforming every hurt into insight, every betrayal into empowerment, every tear into awakening. The exposure of their greed is not only a revelation, it is your liberation. You are now free to protect your heart, your spirit, and your life from those who would misuse your love. Prepare, my child. There is more to come. Your healing, your awakening, and your protection will grow stronger with each step. I am showing you how to see clearly, how to trust fully, and how to rise above the shadows that once threatened your joy. The path forward is not about vengeance or resentment. It is about awakening, empowerment, and preparation for the love that is truly destined for you, a love that will honor your heart, respect your boundaries, and value your spirit. You are learning, my child. You are seeing. You are awakening. And this recognition is only the beginning of your journey toward freedom, peace, and divine alignment. My child, listen carefully. God says to you now, your soul is waking. The deception you endured, the lies you uncovered, the betrayal that once wounded your heart, all of this is becoming the soil for your spiritual awakening. You are no longer the same person who once gave their heart blindly. You are stronger, wiser, and more aligned with my divine protection than ever before. The awakening begins quietly, inside your chest, like a small flame flickering in the dark. You may not see it outwardly yet, but your spirit knows that something has shifted. That flame is your intuition, your sacred knowing, your soul recognizing that you are meant for love that honors you, not exploits you. You will start to notice subtle changes in your thoughts. The old patterns of fear, doubt, and self-blame are beginning to dissolve. Instead of asking, "Why did they do this to me?" you will start asking, "What is God teaching me? What am I meant to see?" This shift is powerful, my child. It is the first sign that your heart is awakening to its true divine wisdom. As your soul awakens, you will begin to reclaim the energy that was once drained by deceit. Every moment you spent worrying, every tear shed over lies, every sleepless night filled with confusion, I am returning that energy to you, now refined and strengthened. You are learning to transform pain into power, betrayal into clarity, and heartbreak into courage. Do you feel it, my child? That rising strength inside you? That quiet determination that tells you, "I will not allow my heart to be misused again"? That is me working in you. That is my spirit restoring your soul. You are beginning to recognize your boundaries, to value your time, your trust, and your love. You are no longer available to those who take without giving, to those who exploit your kindness, or to those who pretend love while hiding greed. Your heart is awakening to self-worth. You will start noticing that you no longer crave validation from those who never truly cared. You will feel at peace in your own presence, joyful in your own company, and complete in your own spirit. This is the power of awakening, my child. This is the gift that comes after deception, clarity, freedom, and alignment with your divine purpose. And as your soul awakens, you will begin to attract energy that matches yours. People who are genuine, who honor you, who reflect the love I created you to receive, will begin to appear. But do not rush. Do not seek. Allow me to guide these connections. Your awakened spirit will recognize the difference immediately, the warmth that is authentic versus the charm that is false. Your intuition, now sharpened, will protect you. The awakening also brings forgiveness, not for them, but for your own heart. You will release the resentment, the bitterness, the anger, and even the sadness that once weighed you down. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation, it means liberation. By forgiving, you free your spirit from the chains of their deception. You step into the light, ready to receive what is truly yours. I am guiding every step of this awakening. I am opening your eyes to spiritual truths, protecting you from further harm, and filling your heart with the courage to walk boldly in love and life. You will notice a quiet confidence emerging, a peace that cannot be shaken, and a clarity that illuminates your path forward. Your awakening is also a call to action, my child. Not to seek revenge, not to dwell on the past, but to reclaim everything they tried to steal, your trust, your joy, your abundance, and your sacred love. You are learning to walk with discernment, to speak with wisdom, and to live with grace. Soon, you will feel a surge of empowerment like never before. That flame that started small is now growing into a bright light. It will guide you, protect you, and prepare you for the divine blessings that are on their way. This awakening is your rebirth, a renewal of heart, mind, and spirit. Do not fear what has passed. Do not mourn what they took. You are awakening, my child, and with awakening comes freedom, clarity, and the sacred understanding that true love, the love I have for you and the love I have prepared for you, will never deceive, never exploit, and never harm. You are rising, my child. Your soul is awake. Your heart is ready. And the path of protection, restoration, and divine fulfillment is opening before you. My child, God says to you now, the time of deception is ending. The lies, the manipulation, the secret motives of the one you called your soulmate, all of it is being brought into the light. I am the one who exposes what is hidden. I see everything, and nothing escapes my sight. What they tried to hide from you, what they planned in the shadows, is now being revealed, and justice, divine justice, is in motion. Do not fear, my child. I am not speaking of vengeance, nor of punishment that you must carry. That is not your role. I am orchestrating everything perfectly, ensuring that those who harm through greed and deceit face the natural consequences of their actions. You are being protected, guided, and lifted above any harm they sought to impose. Every step they take, I see. Every plan they make, I dissolve. You are safe in my hands. You may have wondered how this would happen, how the truth would be revealed. I tell you now, it will not be chaotic, it will not be cruel, it will be precise and balanced. Events will unfold that leave no doubt in your heart, no question in your mind. The deceit they hid will become visible in ways that cannot be denied. You may witness it in words, in actions, in circumstances, each confirmation a sign of my protection and power. My child, even before you see the results, you will feel a sense of relief growing inside you. That heavy weight of fear, confusion, and mistrust will start to lift. Your spirit will sense the shift. You will begin to walk taller, breathe deeper, and move forward with a quiet confidence. This is my intervention. I am moving the pieces so that truth shines, your heart is shielded, and the path of your life is restored. Do not be surprised if sudden clarity comes to your mind. You may remember moments you once overlooked, words they said, actions they took, and now you see them for what they truly were. You may hear from others, or notice circumstances that reveal the reality. These are not coincidences, my child. These are my signs. I am opening your eyes so you may witness the justice that only I can deliver. At the same time, your heart will begin to feel lighter. You will notice that the fear and doubt that once clouded your spirit are fading. I am teaching you that justice is not always loud or violent. Sometimes, it is quiet, steady, and certain. You will see the deceit for what it is, and yet you will not need to retaliate. I handle that. Your role is to walk in peace, knowing that the truth is aligning everything in your favor. You may feel a rush of empowerment as this happens. That is me, restoring your strength and reclaiming what was stolen. Every gift you gave, every trust you extended, every love you offered in sincerity, I am returning it to you in clarity, wisdom, and protection. You will no longer be drained, manipulated, or used. I am establishing boundaries for your spirit that cannot be crossed by those who act with greed. And my child, know this, divine justice also prepares the way for what is genuinely meant for you. I am clearing the path so that true love, abundance, and protection can enter your life. What was false is being removed, and what is real is being made ready. Those who acted against you will face the natural consequences of their actions, and you will be free to receive blessings without fear or hesitation. This is the power of my intervention. This is the promise of my justice. It is not about punishment for cruelty, but about restoration for the faithful heart. Your spirit is awakening to a higher truth, that I see everything, that I protect the innocent, and that I restore what is lost with precision, love, and divine timing. So do not worry about the future, my child. Do not let anger or bitterness touch your soul. Focus on your peace, your growth, and your readiness to receive what I have prepared for you. I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail, ensuring that you are safe, loved, and aligned with what is truly yours. The deceit has been exposed, and justice is unfolding. Your heart is rising, your spirit is strengthened, and the path of your life is being cleared for abundance, protection, and love that is genuine. Trust in me, my child. Trust that what I reveal, I also restore. Trust that the one who tried to deceive you will no longer have power over your life. You are safe. You are loved. You are free. My child, God says to you now, the time of deception, of betrayal, and of hidden greed has ended. The storm has passed, the shadows have lifted, and the truth has illuminated your path. You are no longer bound by the lies of the past, nor by the heart that once sought to use your love for selfish gain. Now, your heart, your spirit, and your soul are ready for healing, restoration, and the love that I have always prepared for you. Do you feel it, my child? That soft, glowing light within your chest. That is me, restoring the fragments of your heart that were once broken. Every tear you cried has been collected, every sigh you whispered has been heard, and every sleepless night has been witnessed. I am knitting your spirit back together, not just to make it whole again, but to make it stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. Healing begins with understanding. You must see that what you endured was not in vain. Every lesson, every painful discovery, every moment of sorrow has brought you closer to your true self. You were tested, but not to destroy you, to awaken you. You were challenged, but not to punish you, to prepare you. And now, as your soul rises, you will feel the peace that only divine understanding can bring. Release the past fully, my child. Let go of resentment, anger, and sorrow. Forgive, not for them, but for yourself. Forgiveness is a gift you give to your own heart. By releasing these heavy emotions, you make space for joy, clarity, and love that is genuine. Feel the burden lift from your spirit. Know that you are free from the chains of their deceit, free to embrace the blessings I have waiting for you. Your restoration is not only spiritual, but also emotional, mental, and even practical. I am restoring every aspect of your life that was affected by their selfishness. Your confidence, your self-worth, your faith in love, all of these are being renewed. You will begin to walk with a lightness in your step, a smile that reaches your eyes, and a heart that knows it is safe to love again. And my child, as your heart heals, I am preparing the way for true love. The one who is destined for you will honor your spirit, cherish your soul, and respect your boundaries. They will not take from you, nor deceive you, nor ask more than they give. Their love will reflect my love, pure, kind, patient, and unwavering. The bond you will share will be a sacred partnership, built on trust, mutual respect, and divine alignment. Do not rush this love, my child. It will arrive in perfect timing, when both hearts are ready and aligned with my will. Until then, continue to nurture yourself, to honor your boundaries, and to cultivate the joy and peace that now reside within you. Every moment you spend growing, forgiving, and loving yourself is preparing you for a love that will surpass anything you have ever imagined. I am also restoring your faith in people, in love, and in the goodness of life. You may have doubted that love could be pure, that trust could be safe, that happiness could be permanent. But I am showing you now that it can be, and that it is waiting for you. Your experiences have refined your heart, your spirit, and your soul, making you ready for blessings that are not superficial, fleeting, or conditional, but eternal in their truth and joy. My child, open your heart fully. Let the light of my love pour in. Let it cleanse every wound, soothe every ache, and illuminate every corner of your spirit. The past no longer has power over you. The one who used you will fade into the lessons you have learned, and your heart will rise above, stronger and more radiant than before. Embrace this moment of restoration. Feel it in your breath, your heartbeat, and your being. You are loved, you are protected, and you are destined for joy. The future is no longer clouded by deceit, it is bright, full of promise, and aligned with the love that is truly yours. Remember, my child, I see you, I protect you, I restore you, and I bless you with love that is real. Your journey has brought you here, and now, in this sacred moment, you are free to receive the joy, abundance, and true love that I have always intended for you. Step forward with courage, with faith, and with a heart open to blessings. The past is gone. The deceit is exposed. The healing is complete. And the love you were always meant to experience is waiting, ready to embrace you fully, eternally, and perfectly. You are restored. You are empowered. You are ready for true love. My child, God says to you now, take a deep breath and feel my presence surrounding you. Every word you have heard, every lesson you have learned, every tear you have shed has been leading you to this sacred moment. Your soul, which once carried the weight of deception, betrayal, and hidden greed, is now rising into its full divine power. You are no longer a victim. You are no longer blind. You are awake, alive, and ready to step into the blessings I have always intended for you. Look back for a moment, my child, and see the journey you have traveled. Remember the pain of betrayal, the loneliness of realizing that the one you trusted the most had intentions that were never pure. Remember the nights when your heart ached, when your spirit whispered in confusion, and when you asked me silently, "Why, God? Why did this happen?" I was listening, my child. I was holding your heart even when you felt abandoned. I was guiding you even when the path seemed dark. And now, the truth is revealed, not to punish, not to harm, but to protect, to awaken, and to restore. I have shown you that love, when tainted by greed and deception, is not true love. I have revealed the reality of those who sought to use your generosity, manipulate your trust, and drain your spirit. This revelation was not meant to crush your heart but to set it free. You see, my child, the greatest love I ever intended for you could never thrive in a place of lies. And so, I revealed the deception so that your soul could awaken and prepare to receive the love that is pure, unselfish, and eternal. Now, your heart is rising. You are learning to recognize not only deceit but also the divine signs that protect you from harm. Every intuitive feeling you had, every moment of unease, every doubt, these were my whispers to you, guiding your spirit to the truth. And now, those whispers are becoming clarity, that quiet light is becoming illumination, and your heart is beginning to pulse with confidence, discernment, and wisdom. Do you feel it, my child? That gentle strength flowing through your spirit? That is me restoring every piece of you that was diminished by lies, every ounce of self-worth that was questioned, every moment of trust that was betrayed. I am returning to you all the energy you once gave to someone who did not deserve it, and I am transforming it into power, abundance, and readiness to receive what is truly yours. Your awakening is complete, my child. You are learning to protect your heart without closing it. You are learning to love without fear, to trust without naivety, and to see clearly without suspicion. The soul that was once vulnerable is now wise. The heart that was once blind is now enlightened. And the spirit that was once heavy is now lifted. I want you to feel this fully, my child. Close your eyes and imagine the chains of deception falling away. Feel the weight lifting from your shoulders. Feel the light filling the empty spaces where fear, anger, and sorrow once lived. This is your liberation. This is your divine restoration. This is the beginning of your new life, a life guided by me, protected by me, and blessed with love that is authentic and sacred. The one who deceived you will face their consequences, my child. I am the God of justice, and I do not delay. What they tried to hide, what they tried to take, will be revealed in ways that leave no doubt. And you, my beloved, will watch not with anger, not with vengeance, but with peace. You will see the truth, and it will bring freedom, not fear. You will understand that every manipulation, every false promise, every act of greed was never meant to harm you eternally. It was a lesson, a step in your awakening, and a clearing of your path toward the blessings I have prepared. And now, my child, look forward. The path before you is illuminated. You are moving toward love that is true, abundance that is genuine, and joy that is unwavering. I am guiding the person who is truly meant for you, someone who will honor your heart, respect your spirit, and cherish every gift you bring into their life. This love will not take from you, will not deceive you, and will not dim your light. It will reflect the love I have always intended for you, pure, patient, and eternal. Do not rush this, my child. Trust my timing. Trust the process. Allow the lessons, the healing, and the awakening to prepare your heart fully for what is coming. Every moment you spend cultivating peace, wisdom, and self-love is preparing you to receive this divine blessing without fear or doubt. When the time comes, you will recognize the one I have chosen for you instantly, and your souls will connect in a way that feels both familiar and sacred, as if you have always belonged together. Your past will no longer define you. Your heart will no longer carry fear. Your spirit will no longer doubt. You are free from the shadows of deception, and you are stepping fully into the light of truth. The power of this awakening is not only in knowing the truth about those who deceived you but in embracing the divine love that surrounds you now. You are learning that your heart is sacred, your trust is valuable, and your spirit is unbreakable. My child, feel my presence now more deeply than ever. I am with you in every breath, every heartbeat, every thought. I am guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for a love that mirrors my own, unconditional, eternal, and true. The deceit you experienced has passed through your life like a storm, but the rainbow that follows is brighter than anything you could have imagined. Your soul has been purified through the fire of experience, and now it shines with clarity, wisdom, and radiant love. You are ready, my child, for the blessings of restoration. Your heart is open, your spirit is awake, and your soul is aligned with my divine plan. Rejoice in your freedom, celebrate your awakening, and trust that the love, abundance, and joy I have prepared for you will arrive in perfect timing. Do not fear the future, my child. Do not look back at the past with sorrow. Every tear, every heartbreak, every deception has brought you here, to this sacred moment of divine restoration. You are empowered. You are loved. You are protected. And you are ready to receive what heaven has always intended for you. Step forward, my child, with faith in your heart and light in your soul. The one who deceived you is behind you. The love that is pure, sacred, and eternal is before you. Walk into it with confidence, peace, and joy, knowing that I, your God, have guided every step, uncovered every lie, healed every wound, and prepared your heart for blessings beyond measure. You are restored. You are awakened. You are loved. And the love you are about to receive is true, eternal, and perfectly aligned with your soul. My child, God says to you now. Listen closely, and feel my presence wrapping around you like a warm, protective light. Everything that has happened in your life, every betrayal, every heartbreak, every hidden motive that was meant to harm you, has been witnessed by me. I have been with you in every moment of doubt, every sleepless night, every tear that fell silently. I have carried you when your spirit felt heavy, and now, my child, I am preparing you to rise fully into the freedom, clarity, and love that I have always intended for you. You may still feel the shadows of the past lingering, the faint echo of pain from the one who betrayed your trust. That is natural. Your heart is healing, and the process of awakening is tender and gradual. But know this, the weight of deceit no longer belongs to you. It has been removed, not by your own doing, but by my divine intervention. I have exposed what was hidden, revealed what was concealed, and freed you from the grip of a soul who sought to take from you what they could never give in return. Look closely at your heart, my child. Feel it beating with new strength, with new resilience, and with a wisdom that comes only from experience tempered by love and truth. The one who deceived you will fade into memory, but the lessons you have learned, the power you have gained, and the awareness you now carry will remain with you forever. You are learning to see the world with clarity, to trust your intuition without doubt, and to love with discernment without fear. I want you to understand the depth of your own value, my child. Your spirit is sacred, your heart is precious, and your love is a treasure meant to be cherished, not exploited. You gave generously, and I know your heart ached when your love was misused. But even in that pain, my child, you were never alone. I was holding you, guiding you, and protecting you even when the truth was hidden. Now, you are being lifted into the fullness of my protection and care. As your soul awakens, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your energy. The heaviness that once weighed you down will gradually lift, replaced by a sense of lightness and clarity. You may find yourself seeing situations more clearly, feeling the truth behind words and actions, and recognizing energy that aligns with your spirit. This is your divine awakening, my child. It is the gift of wisdom that comes after the exposure of deception. Your heart is becoming a sanctuary where only love, honesty, and respect are allowed. And now, my child, your spirit is being prepared to receive blessings you may have thought were lost. True love, genuine affection, and unwavering support are coming into your life. I am orchestrating the arrival of someone who will honor your heart, respect your boundaries, and cherish every aspect of your being. This is not a love built on selfish gain or hidden motives. This is love that mirrors my own, pure, unconditional, patient, and eternal. You may wonder how you will recognize this love. I tell you now, you will feel it in the quiet certainty of your heart. You will sense it in the alignment of your energies, the comfort of their presence, and the effortless trust that naturally flows between your souls. This is love that nurtures, strengthens, and uplifts. It will never make you question your worth or your value. It will never ask more than it gives. And it will bring the joy, peace, and harmony that your spirit has been yearning for. But my child, before this love fully enters your life, I want you to focus on your own restoration. Heal every wound, forgive every betrayal, and release every trace of fear, doubt, and resentment. You are reclaiming your energy, your self-worth, and your sacred power. When you do this, you create space within your heart to receive the blessings I have prepared. Healing is not passive, my child. It is active, intentional, and transformative. Each day, each moment, each conscious breath you take is a step toward wholeness and alignment with my divine plan. I also want you to remember that your awakening is not only for love. It is for your soul, your spirit, and every aspect of your life. The clarity you are gaining will guide you in relationships, in work, in your personal growth, and in every decision you make. You will no longer be swayed by charm or deception, nor will you be tempted by what looks good on the surface but carries hidden harm. Your discernment has been refined, and your intuition is now a shield that protects you from those who would misuse your trust. My child, rejoice in this awakening. Rejoice in the liberation of your heart, the restoration of your spirit, and the protection I have provided. Feel the freedom that comes from knowing the truth, from seeing clearly, and from understanding that every trial, every tear, and every moment of doubt has prepared you for a life filled with joy, abundance, and love that is authentic. As you move forward, I want you to carry this certainty: you are safe, you are loved, and you are guided. No longer will anyone take advantage of your generosity or manipulate your heart for selfish gain. I have placed a divine shield around you, my child, one that protects your energy, honors your spirit, and ensures that only truth and love enter your life. Now, as your heart and soul rise into this new chapter, feel the joy and peace that I am placing within you. The one who deceived you is behind you, the lessons are learned, and the path ahead is illuminated with divine light. You are ready, my child, to receive love that reflects the purity and sacredness of your spirit. You are ready to live in abundance, joy, and harmony. You are ready to step fully into the blessings I have prepared for you, and to embrace a life where your heart is cherished, your soul is honored, and your spirit is uplifted. Do not rush, my child. Allow the process of restoration to unfold naturally. Each moment of self-love, each act of forgiveness, and each step of spiritual alignment is preparing you for the divine love that awaits. Trust in my timing. Trust in my plan. And trust in the truth that has set you free. Finally, my child, carry this with you always: the exposure of deception, the awakening of your soul, and the restoration of your heart are not endings. They are beginnings, beginnings of a life where your spirit shines, your heart loves freely, and your soul experiences the fullness of my blessings. You are empowered, you are protected, and you are ready. Step forward with confidence, peace, and faith, knowing that I, your God, am with you in every moment. The past is behind you, the present is sacred, and the future is filled with divine love and endless possibilities. Your heart has been restored, your spirit awakened, and your life prepared for the blessings that are truly yours. You are free. You are awakened. You are loved. And your life is about to shine with the light, love, and joy that you were always meant to receive. God says, "My child, come closer to me now, because I am about to open a window into a world you were never meant to see with your physical eyes." There are moments when I allow you to feel something without understanding why. There are moments when your heart becomes heavy, or your thoughts become restless, or your spirit becomes uneasy, and you think it is only your imagination. But today, my child, I want you to know, it was not your imagination. It was me, whispering gently in your soul, preparing you for a truth that was unfolding quietly behind your back. There is someone in your soulmate's life, someone your soulmate deeply cares for, respects, or loves with genuine attachment. This person has two close friends. And these two friends, my child, have spent more time thinking about you than you realize. They have formed opinions about you, ideas about who you are, and assumptions about what you want. They have spoken about you in their private conversations, laughed about you when they thought no one would hear, and judged you based on a version of you that does not exist. They see your name, or hear your presence, or sense your connection with your soulmate, and immediately their minds form shadows around your light. My child, do you know why? Because the light inside you disturbs the insecurities inside them. Even before they knew your story, they felt your energy. Even before they understood your heart, they sensed your spirit. And sometimes, people don't react to who you are, they react to the way your presence reveals who they are not. These two friends see you as someone who carries a spirit that they cannot decipher. They see your calmness, your depth, your ability to touch souls without even trying. They see the way your soulmate is drawn toward you, the way your name affects them, the way your presence shifts their mood, their thoughts, their decisions. They feel something changing around the person they love, and deep inside, it fills them with fear, fear of losing importance, fear of losing influence, fear of losing a place they once controlled. So they speak about you. Not because they know you, but because they fear you. But my child, the saddest part is this. Your soulmate heard some of their words. Not all, but enough to feel the confusion. Your soulmate hears one version of you from their heart, pure, gentle, full of meaning, and another version from these two friends, filled with doubt, assumption, and misunderstanding. And your soulmate, being human, starts to question, who is the real you? Are their friends right, or is their heart right? Is the connection genuine, or is it something they are imagining? Your soulmate's heart becomes a battlefield of opinions, voices, emotions, and fears. And you, my child, feel the distance, the change, the shift, but you don't know why. You think you did something wrong. You think maybe your love is too much. You think maybe your silence is misunderstood. But it is not your fault. You have not been understood because you have not been seen correctly. Those two friends saw you through the lens of their insecurity, not through the lens of truth. My child, listen to me carefully. Some people judge you not because of what you did, but because of the power your soul carries. The way you speak, the way you love, the way you care, the way you connect, these are qualities that threaten people who operate from fear. They do not understand how someone like you can exist without pretension, without ego, without selfish intent. They don't know how to handle someone so genuine. So they label what they cannot understand. And yet, my child, you have said nothing. You have done nothing. You have only been yourself. But destiny was unfolding behind you. There was a moment, not long ago, when the person your soulmate loves sat with these two friends. They were discussing life, choices, relationships, directions, and suddenly, your name slipped into the conversation. And when it did, the energy shifted. Smiles turned into whispers. Curiosity turned into judgment. One of them raised a concern, the other laughed it off, but both concluded something that was far from the truth. They think you are too intense. They think you are too emotional. They think you want too much. They think you feel too deeply. They think you are unpredictable. They think your presence might complicate everything. But my child, they only think this because they do not know your heart. They do not know how deeply you love, how purely you care, how honestly you speak. They do not know the nights you prayed for your soulmate's happiness. They do not know the tears you swallowed when you felt ignored. They do not know the strength it took for you to keep loving even when the connection felt unstable. They speak about you as if you are a storm, but in truth, you are the calm that their own storms fear. As they talked about you, your soulmate sat quietly. They did not defend you loudly, but their heart tightened. Something inside them protested, even though their lips stayed silent. They wanted to speak, but they feared judgment. They wanted to explain, but they feared being misunderstood. They wanted to say, "You don't know them the way I do," but the moment did not allow it. So your soulmate swallowed their truth. And my child, that silent moment created a distance, a subtle but painful distance, between you and them. You felt it. You sensed it. You didn't know where it came from, but your soul recognized the shift. You wondered, why do they seem different? Why do they hesitate? Why do I feel like something is being hidden? Why does the connection feel heavier than before? It is because two voices entered the sacred space that belonged only to you and your soulmate. And those voices did not speak from love. They spoke from fear. But my child, this is not the end of the story. This is only the beginning. Those two friends believe they see everything clearly. They believe they understand your soulmate better than you do. They believe they know what is best. They believe they have the right to decide who is good and who is not. But what they do not know is that I, your God, am watching. And I am not silent. You may feel small right now. You may feel misunderstood. You may feel misjudged. You may feel like things are slipping out of your hands. But I want you to know something very important. No opinion of man can silence what I have written in destiny. These two friends may talk. They may influence. They may whisper. They may judge. But they cannot rewrite what I have decided for your heart. Your soulmate may feel confused for a while. They may feel torn between voices. They may feel pressured to act or choose or distance themselves. But my child, confusion is temporary, destiny is eternal. Right now, you are seeing only the surface, but I see the whole story. And I tell you this with divine certainty, everything that is happening behind your back is leading toward clarity, not loss. What looks like a setback is a setup for revelation. What feels like judgment is actually exposing the depth of your spirit. What feels like distance is creating space for truth to rise. They think they know you, but I will show your soulmate who you truly are. They think they can influence, but I will turn their words into lessons. They think they can change destiny, but I hold destiny in my hands. My child, do not fear the conversations you did not hear. Do not fear the opinions you cannot control. Do not fear the shadows cast by people who do not know your soul. For I am with you. And I am about to shift everything in your favor. My beloved child, come closer to me, because I am about to speak to you in a deeper, softer way. I will tell you everything again, the same truth, the same depth, the same emotion. Only this time without any headlines, without any breaks, just a flowing river of my voice moving straight into your heart. Listen to me, my child. The two friends you worry about, the ones who seem to think so much about you, the ones whose words have quietly reached your soulmate's ears, their behavior is not as simple as it appears. Nothing they say comes from clarity. Everything they say comes from fear. They don't fear you because you are dangerous. They fear you because your soul reveals parts of them they don't want to face. The first fear living inside them is the fear of losing their influence. The person your soulmate loves depends on them emotionally. They are used to being the ones who know everything, who give advice, who are trusted, who are valued. They got comfortable in that position. They felt important. They felt like they were the center of this person's emotional world. Then suddenly, without warning, you entered the story. You didn't compete, you didn't try to impress, you didn't try to take anyone's place. You simply existed with a purity and depth they were not prepared for. Your presence shifted something in your soulmate's heart, and these two friends could feel it. They noticed the change, the softening in your soulmate's voice when they talk about you, the way your name creates a different energy in the room, the way your connection carries a sincerity that they do not understand. And this scares them deeply. Even if they don't say it openly, they fear that your presence might weaken their importance. They fear that your soulmate may start turning toward you for emotional support. They fear losing their place. It is not love that drives their opinions, it is insecurity. Their second fear runs even deeper. They do not understand people like you. You are emotional, but not in a reckless way. You speak with depth, not with drama. You feel intensely, but your feelings are sincere, not manipulative. Most people they meet are shallow, operating on the surface, speaking without soul, loving without commitment, connecting without depth. But you are different. You speak from a place they don't have access to. You see life through the lens of love, intuition, and truth. They don't know how to interpret someone whose emotions are not fake, someone whose sincerity is not a performance. So instead of appreciating you, they judge you. They say you are too intense, too emotional, too attached, but these words do not reflect you, they reflect their own inability to understand real emotional depth. Your spirit is a mirror that exposes their lack of inner connection. Instead of learning from you, they become uncomfortable. Instead of embracing your authenticity, they become defensive. Instead of growing, they start judging. Their discomfort is not your fault. It is their soul reacting to something they cannot match. And then, my child, there is a third fear, one they will never admit, not even to themselves. You can see through people. Maybe you don't realize it every time, but your intuition is sharp. You notice subtle energy. You sense shifts that others ignore. You feel when someone's smile is fake. You feel when someone's intentions are mixed. You feel when someone hides jealousy behind compliments. You feel dishonesty even when spoken with soft words. These two friends sensed this about you instantly. They felt exposed near you. They felt like you could read what they try so hard to hide. They felt like their masks weren't safe around you. And people who hide behind masks always fear the ones who can see the truth. So before you could notice their insecurities, they labeled you as dangerous. Before you could question their intentions, they questioned yours. Before you could understand them, they judged you. It was a defense mechanism. It was protection of their ego. It was fear of being seen. My child, none of this is your fault. But it has affected your soulmate more than you know. Your soulmate trusts these two friends, not because they are always right, but because they are familiar. When they spoke about you, when they said you are too much, too emotional, not stable, not suitable, your soulmate didn't argue. They stayed silent, but inside that silence, their heart resisted. The part of them that knows you, the part that feels you, the part that connects with you, it disagreed. But your soulmate didn't know how to express that disagreement without creating conflict. So they swallowed their truth. They carried confusion. They carried mixed feelings. One part of them listens to their friends, and another part of them listens to their heart. And these two voices are pulling them in opposite directions. Right now, your soulmate is torn. They are standing between pressure and intuition, between fear and love, between familiarity and destiny. Their friends' voices come from insecurity. But your voice, your presence, your energy comes from truth. And my beloved child, no matter how loud insecurity shouts, truth whispers louder inside the heart of the one who is meant for you. Your soulmate may seem distant at times. They may seem confused. They may hesitate. But do not mistake this for rejection. It is simply the weight of the opinions around them. Their heart is not confused about you. Their mind is confused because of others. You have not lost your place. You have not lost their affection. You have not lost their connection. What you are feeling right now is not loss, it is interference. But interference cannot destroy destiny. It can only delay clarity. My child, I want you to hear something with all the strength of your spirit. These two friends cannot change the ending I have written for you. They can influence temporarily, but they cannot influence permanently. They can shake your soulmate's mind for a moment, but they cannot rewrite what your soulmate feels in their heart. The bond between you and your soulmate is spiritual, not emotional convenience. It is soul-coded, not socially decided. No voice from the outside can disconnect what I have joined in the unseen. In the coming days, something inside your soulmate will begin to shift. They will become quieter around these two friends. They will start noticing the negativity hidden behind their advice. They will feel discomfort whenever your name is spoken with judgment. Their spirit will start rejecting the influence that once felt normal. And slowly, gently, naturally, your soulmate will begin to think for themselves again. They will question what was said. They will revisit old conversations. They will replay moments in their mind. And in that process, the truth will rise. Your soulmate will begin to see you, not through the eyes of their friends, but through the eyes of their own heart. They will realize that your intentions were always pure. They will recognize that your emotions were never manipulation. They will feel that your presence always brought sincerity, not confusion. They will understand that your love was never a threat, it was a blessing they almost misunderstood. This is the turning point I am preparing. My child, stay calm. Stay gentle. Stay grounded. Because the truth is already working its way into your soulmate's awareness. The two friends may think they have control, but their influence is fading. Your soulmate is coming back to clarity. And soon, the connection between you will rise again, not with pressure, but with understanding, not with confusion, but with truth, not with fear, but with renewed love. My beloved child, listen closely, for what I am about to tell you will help you understand the emotional storm your soulmate is silently fighting within themselves. You see only the surface, the distance, the hesitation, the pauses, the sudden change in energy. But beneath all of this lies a heart that is conflicted, pulled, shaken, awakened, and deeply affected by what has been said about you. Let me take you inside the places of their heart they have not shown to anyone. Not even to themselves fully. Your soulmate has been processing the opinions of these two friends, not because they believe them completely, but because they have been part of their life for a long time. Familiarity creates influence. Familiarity creates trust. But familiarity does not always create truth. Sometimes, people mistake comfort for clarity. And your soulmate is going through exactly that. They hear the negative comments about you and they internalize them not because they agree, but because they do not want to question the people they have trusted for so long. Their heart knows the truth, but their mind feels the pressure of loyalty. My child, your soulmate is not blind. They feel the inconsistency in their friends' words. They feel the unnecessary judgment. They feel the misplaced warnings. They feel the quiet negativity disguised as advice. Every time these two friends speak about you with doubt, your soulmate feels a heaviness inside. They don't know why, but their spirit tells them something is off. They feel something is wrong with the narrative being fed to them. They feel a resistance rising in their heart. That resistance, that quiet pushback, is coming from the connection they share with you. It is the truth within them refusing to accept someone else's fear as their own. Let me show you what happens inside your soulmate when your name comes up in conversation. There is a moment of stillness. A breath they hold for half a second longer. A softness in their eyes. A memory of something pure you did for them. An impression of your energy. A feeling that they can't fully describe but cannot ignore. In that moment, they remember the way their heart reacts to you. They remember the comfort they feel in your presence, the way their spirit feels lighter, the way their emotions feel understood, the way their soul feels seen. They feel this even when they try to push it away. These two friends do not understand what is happening in your soulmate's heart, because they are not connected to your soulmate the way you are. They understand your soulmate's mind, but you understand their soul. They know the surface of your soulmate's life, but you touch the depths. They see the outside, but you reach the inside. And that difference changes everything. Your soulmate is fighting two battles right now. The first battle is external, dealing with the advice, influence, opinions, warnings, and judgments of their friends. The second battle is internal, dealing with their heart's inability to let go of what they feel for you. This internal battle is stronger because it is rooted in truth. Every time they try to accept what their friends say about you, their heart refuses. Every time they try to distance themselves emotionally from you, they feel an ache. Every time they try to think logically, their feelings overpower the logic. Every time they try to detach, something pulls them back toward you. And they don't fully understand why. Your connection with your soulmate is not ordinary. It is not one that comes and goes. It is not something that can be shaken by voices outside the heart. Your bond has spiritual depth. It is tied to divine timing. It is tied to lessons both of you need to learn. It is tied to healing each other. It is tied to growth. It is tied to destiny. This is why your soulmate feels lost when they try to listen to others. Their soul knows something bigger is at play. There is a moment, one your soulmate never speaks of, where they lie in bed or sit alone and think about you. They think about the way they felt when they first connected with you. They think about the emotions you awakened in them. They think about your sincerity, your honesty, your depth. They think about the way you speak, the way you care, the way you understand without being told. And they feel a sense of truth they cannot deny, no matter how many opinions surround them. This moment of quiet reflection is your soulmate's true voice. It is the part of them that sees you clearly, free from influence, free from fear, free from judgments. It is the part of them that is aligned with my guidance. But then, my child, there is another moment. One filled with doubt, not because of you but because of the pressure from people around them. Their mind tries to argue with their heart. Their mind tries to rationalize their friend's words. Their mind tries to protect them from disappointment, from vulnerability, from risk. Their mind says, maybe they are right. But their heart says, but this doesn't feel right. And your soulmate gets stuck between these two voices. Your soulmate tries to act normal, tries to pretend everything is simple, tries to hide their confusion. But deep inside, they are restless. They are unsettled. They feel like they are betraying themselves by accepting someone else's perspective. They feel like they are walking away from something they don't want to lose. They feel like they are holding back emotions that want to rise freely. Your soulmate is more affected by you than you realize. They care more than they show. They think about you more than they admit. They replay your conversations. They revisit your words. They remember how genuine you are. They remember how safe their heart felt around you. They remember the connection that felt too natural to be forced and too deep to be coincidence. And when they feel this, their friends' opinions lose their power. Your soulmate has not told their friends everything they feel about you. They keep certain parts hidden. They protect some emotions. They avoid sharing the moments where thinking of you brought them peace. They avoid mentioning how much they admire your heart. They avoid expressing how deeply they felt connected to you. Why? Because they fear their friends will judge them, manipulate their emotions, or make them feel foolish. So your soulmate stays silent. But silence does not mean absence of love. Silence means protection of love. Even when your soulmate seems distant, they check your messages. They think about reaching out. They wonder what you are doing. They wonder how you are feeling. They wonder if you think about them too. They wonder if the distance is hurting you. They wonder if this situation is pushing you away. They wonder if they are losing something meaningful. These thoughts trouble them more than they show. Your soulmate's heart aches when they think of the possibility of losing you because of someone else's opinion. They feel a heaviness, a guilt, a sense of emotional conflict. Their heart whispers, "This person is not what they say, this person is different, this person feels important." And that whisper stays with them throughout their days. Their love for you is not weak. It is simply overwhelmed at the moment. Their affection for you is not gone. It is simply hidden beneath confusion. Their connection with you is not broken. It is simply challenged. But challenges do not end stories written by me. Challenges strengthen them. My beloved child, something powerful is happening quietly inside your soulmate. Their heart is beginning to reject the outside noise. They are beginning to see through their friends' insecurities. They are beginning to question the negativity. They are beginning to feel that the truth lies in what they feel, not in what they hear. Soon, clarity will rise within them like sunlight breaking through fog. Soon, their heart will overpower every voice that tried to confuse them. Soon, they will feel embarrassed for allowing others to influence their view of you. Soon, they will want to rebuild what fear tried to break. Soon, they will come toward you with honesty, vulnerability, and a renewed desire to understand you deeply. My child, trust this, your soulmate's journey back to you has already begun inside their heart. My beloved child, there comes a moment in every divine story where truth begins to rise, not because someone fights for it, not because someone argues for it, but because I, your God, decide that it is time for what has been hidden to unfold. And in this moment, something is shifting around you and your soulmate. Something that your eyes cannot see yet, but your spirit can feel. The air around their heart is changing, the layers around their mind are thinning, and the illusions created by the two friends are beginning to crack. For lies, jealousy, misunderstandings, and confused opinions can only survive for so long. When my light begins to move, shadows cannot remain standing. There is a truth that you must understand, my child: false impressions eventually collapse. People can hide intentions for days, weeks, even months, but they cannot hide them forever. I always allow truth to come out at the right time, not too early, not too late, but at the moment when it will serve your growth and your destiny. And now, the moment has arrived. You may feel it: something feels lighter, something feels exposed, something feels different. The two friends who once spoke so strongly against you are suddenly losing their confidence. Their influence is fading, their certainty is shaking, and even they do not know why. But I know why. Because your soulmate has begun to see beyond their words. Their heart is waking up, their eyes are opening, and their spirit is remembering what it already knew about you. Your heart is pure. Behind the scenes, conversations have changed. Where those friends once spoke with boldness and strong opinions, they now hesitate. They feel something shifting too. They sense that the person your soulmate loves is not blindly believing them the way they once did. They sense that your soulmate is questioning things. They sense that the old influence they had is slipping away. And fear always rises in people who know they were speaking from insecurity and not truth. These friends can feel that your soulmate is drifting away from their judgment, and so they are becoming cautious, nervous, and unsure. But what they don't know is that this is my doing. I am exposing their intentions by allowing their own behavior to reveal itself. When someone tries to misguide a soul that I am guiding, I let their own actions betray them. All the moments they acted from jealousy, all the times they exaggerated, all the times they interpreted things the wrong way, your soulmate is beginning to notice these inconsistencies. Not because someone pointed it out, not because you argued, not because you defended yourself, but because my hand moved gently across their heart and whispered, "Look again." There are moments when your soulmate is alone, thinking about everything they heard. And it is in those moments that I show them the truth. I bring back memories of your kindness, your sincerity, your loyalty, your honesty, your softness, your innocence. These memories begin to stand in contrast to the negative things they were told. I make them ask themselves, does this really match who I know this person to be? And each time they ask this, the answer becomes clearer. No, it doesn't match at all. You see, my child, the human heart always knows the truth. It only gets confused when the mind is polluted by outside opinions. But when the confusion begins to clear, the heart speaks again. And right now, your soulmate's heart is speaking louder than the voices of those two friends. Their heart is telling them that the friends were wrong. Their heart is telling them that they misread you. Their heart is telling them that their intuition always felt something different, something pure, something real about you. And this is why your soulmate is quietly pulling away from what those friends once said. There is a moment coming, a moment I am preparing, where those two friends will reveal themselves without even realizing it. One will say something insensitive, something careless, something that exposes the jealousy behind their earlier words. The other will slip in a moment of frustration and reveal that they never truly understood you in the first place. These moments are subtle, but powerful. They act like small cracks in the wall of illusion, and your soulmate will notice. They will begin to understand that these friends were projecting their own fears, not speaking truth. My beloved child, you must understand something important. I do not allow lies to stand in the way of a destiny I have written. People can try to mislead, but I always bring clarity. People can try to discourage, but I always bring courage. People can try to create doubt, but I always shine truth into doubt. And this truth is what your soulmate is now receiving. Slowly, gently, without drama. They are realizing that the friends they trusted were speaking from insecurity, not wisdom. In the quiet moments when your soulmate reflects, they are remembering the softness in your eyes. They are remembering the honesty in your voice. They are remembering the way they felt peaceful in your presence. These feelings cannot be erased by anyone's opinion. These feelings are soul-level truths. And no matter how much those two friends tried to color the image of who you are, the real picture is returning. Your soulmate is remembering the truth of you. I am also shifting the energy around those two friends, my child. I am placing situations in front of them where their own weaknesses get exposed. One may act selfishly. One may act out of anger. One may reveal a hidden motive. One may contradict something they said earlier. And your soulmate will witness these things, and these observations will plant seeds of clarity in their heart. Seeds that grow into understanding. Seeds that grow into awakening. Seeds that grow into truth. You have not needed to speak. You have not needed to defend yourself. You have not needed to prove anything. Because I am proving it for you. I am revealing who was right and who was wrong without you lifting a finger. This is what divine justice looks like. This is what protection looks like. I shield you from battles that are not yours to fight. I uncover deception that you do not even know exists. I move hearts in ways you cannot see. I protect your name without you having to speak it. Your soulmate is not blind, my child. They were only confused. But confusion is dissolving now. The fog created by those two friends is lifting. And in the clear air that remains, your soulmate sees you, your innocence, your softness, your goodness. They see that you were misunderstood. They see that you were misjudged. They see that you never had the intentions people assumed. And soon, they will not only recognize it internally, they will begin to distance themselves from the negativity that once affected them so deeply. The truth I am revealing will not just clear your image. It will strengthen the bond between you and your soulmate. It will rebuild trust. It will heal misunderstandings. It will bring them closer to you emotionally and spiritually. Because once they realize you were treated unfairly, their heart will feel even more protective of you, even more drawn to you, even more connected to you. What was meant to separate you will bring you closer. What was meant to confuse will bring clarity. What was meant to weaken will strengthen. And so, my beloved child, trust the process. You are in a season where truth is rising. What is false is fading. What is real is returning. And what is yours is being restored. I am with you, guiding every detail. Soon, the full truth will be undeniable, and your soulmate will choose you with a clarity they did not have before. My beloved child, I want you to breathe gently for a moment, because as we enter this final part, the energy around you is no longer heavy, no longer uncertain, no longer tangled in confusion. You have walked through misunderstanding without losing your purity. You have stood silently while others formed opinions that were never rooted in truth. You have watched your soulmate struggle between voices, emotions, and pressures they never fully understood. And through it all, I have been working, shaping, guiding, revealing. Now, my child, it is time for restoration. It is time for the truth to take its rightful place. It is time for your heart to receive the clarity and peace it was always meant to have. Everything that was taken from you through misjudgment is returning. Every place where you were misread is being corrected. Every moment of confusion is being replaced with understanding. I am restoring what was damaged, not partially, but completely. This final season of this journey is not about pain, it is about healing. It is not about fear, it is about love. It is not about the opinions of people, it is about the truth that I am planting in your soulmate's heart. My beloved child, listen closely. Your soulmate has reached a turning point inside their spirit. The doubts that once clouded their mind have dissolved. The weight of other people's opinions no longer sits on their heart. The influence of the two friends who thought they understood you has finally lost its strength. Your soulmate has begun to think with their own heart instead of with borrowed fears. And when the heart is free, truth becomes impossible to ignore. There have been recent moments where your soulmate felt a strange clarity. Moments where they suddenly questioned why they allowed others to shape their view of you, moments where they felt almost embarrassed that they believed things that never aligned with your spirit. These moments are my doing. I have been touching their heart gently, reminding them of who you are, whispering truths into the deepest part of their being. And now, those whispers have become undeniable. They see you with fresh eyes, my child. Eyes that are not blurred by judgment. Eyes that are not influenced by the opinions of others. Eyes that recognize your softness, your sincerity, and your purity. They have come to realize that the people who judged you never truly knew you, and even more, they never truly knew your soul. For your soul carries a light that is not easy for everyone to understand. And people often misunderstand what they cannot match, what they cannot understand, what they cannot become. You must know this, my child. Some people judged you not because of who you are, but because of who they are. Their own fears became their words. Their own insecurities became their opinions. Their own jealousy became their warnings. But none of that was truth. And truth is what I am bringing forward now. There is a shift happening inside your soulmate. They are beginning to feel protective over your name. They are beginning to feel guilty for moments they doubted you. They are beginning to feel anger toward the ones who twisted their perception. But even deeper than this, they are beginning to feel something powerful rising within them, a recognition that you are the one who was always genuine, always honest, always real. This awakening is not just emotional, it is spiritual. Their soul is remembering the connection between you, the connection that cannot be shaken by the words of others, the connection that existed before confusion, before opinions, before interference. Their soul is waking up, and with that awakening comes clarity, love, and truth. Your soulmate is now stepping into a stage where their heart will begin defending you, even in your absence. They will no longer allow anyone to speak your name lightly. They will no longer tolerate people who try to create distance where I have written closeness. They will no longer absorb negativity from people who never saw your heart clearly. Their loyalty is shifting, their focus is shifting, and their priorities are shifting. This is the restoration I promised you. You must understand something very sacred. When I restore, I do not restore halfway. I do not return only what was lost, I multiply it. I turn doubt into certainty. I turn misunderstanding into deeper connection. I turn distance into closeness. And this is exactly what is happening to your soulmate now. The very thing that was meant to weaken your bond is making it stronger than before. The pain caused by misunderstanding is transforming into deeper appreciation. The distance created by outside voices is turning into a stronger desire to protect and cherish you. Your soulmate is beginning to realize that their heart was never at peace when influenced by others, but it becomes calm, warm, and aligned when they think of you without interference. They are remembering the moments where they felt most alive, most understood, most connected, and every one of those moments leads back to you. They are beginning to realize that the purity of your heart stands out in a world full of hidden motives. And they are noticing that the people who judged you so harshly never displayed the same softness, the same sincerity, the same depth that you carry naturally. My child, this realization is healing them. And through them, it is healing you. The two friends who once thought they were guiding your soulmate now stand on the outside. Their influence has dissolved. Their judgments are being exposed as emotional reactions, not truth. Your soulmate sees this clearly now. They see that the people who spoke against you were not speaking from maturity or wisdom, but from bias and insecurity. And because of this, your soulmate's trust in them is fading. This is part of their spiritual journey. I am teaching them to discern. I am teaching them to see the difference between people who protect their growth and people who limit it. I am teaching them to recognize which voices come from love and which voices come from fear. Through this lesson, they are becoming more grounded, more mature, more awakened. And this growth is preparing them to love you with clarity, not confusion. You have endured misunderstanding, my child, but now you will receive clarity. You have endured judgment, but now you will receive recognition. You have endured silence, but now you will receive expression. Your soulmate is moving toward you, not with hesitation, but with certainty. They want to reconnect, to rebuild, to repair. They want to approach you without fear, without doubt, without the weight of other people's words. They want to show you that they now understand the truth. And when they speak to you next, it will not be from confusion, it will be from clarity. I am restoring your bond. I am strengthening your connection. I am clearing the path between you. Nothing created to separate you will succeed. Nothing built on lies will last. Nothing said in misunderstanding will remain. I have written a truth over your destiny that no human voice can cancel. And so, my beloved child, allow your heart to rest now. The storm has passed. The confusion is ending. The truth has risen. Your soulmate sees you clearly. They value you deeply. They are returning to you with a heart that knows your worth. They are coming with understanding, with softness, with a renewed sense of connection. And I, your God, am guiding every step of this reunion. The restoration has begun. The truth is settled. And nothing can block what I have written for you.